Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Alexis Bellino slammed for remark about having empathy for Shannon Beador. What about me? Alexis Bellino has made her entire season about Shannon Beador, but now she's asking, what about me? The Real Housewives of Orange County had an interesting response when questioned about having empathy for her castmate Shannon Beador after taking aim at her in season 18. She's now facing backlash on social media and being dubbed as thirsty for making the moment about herself. According to Alexis, she's one who should be getting empathy because she went into filming while going through a very rough time. The 47-year-old noted that her mom had just passed away, plus she had to deal with filming the show with Shannon, her fiance's ex. Unfortunately for Alexis, the RHOC fans are not showing her any sympathy, noting that she was the one who made the choice to join the show despite her situation. Alexis Bellino says, "What about me?" when questioned about having empathy for Shannon Beador. Alexis and John walked the red carpet together at Us Weekly's Reality Star of the Year awards show, and during their interview with the media outlet, someone asked, "Do you have anything empathy for Shannon?" No, hold on," Alexis interjected. "Does anyone have empathy for me? What about me?" Alexis told the interviewer, "I had to be on the show, just lost my mom, wasn't eating, wasn't sleeping, was barely getting out of bed, filmed a show, and still put on my big girl panties to go film with his ex-girlfriend." That RHOC star claims she does have empathy for Shannon, but that she's tired of hearing about it. RHOC viewers drag Alexis on social media. No one should be surprised that Alexis' remark is garnering backlash online. After the clip was posted on a Bravo fan page, people quickly took to the comments to drag the RHOC star. "I had to be in the show, ma'am." "No, you did not," retorted a commenter. "Oh please. No one forced you to be on there." At Alexis_Bellino. "You chose it knowing at Shannon Beador was already there," reasoned someone else. An Instagram user said, "Girl, just quit the show, we are not forcing you to be here. The fame thirst is out of control." Another added, "What about me? Like, girl, you're not a cast member, you came on purpose by Bravo because of John, you could have declined." Someone else said, "Oh, shut up. You chose to be in the line of fire. Shannon has been on the show for years." The audacity. Alexis Bellino, former cast member of The Real Housewives of Orange County, is no stranger to the drama that surrounds the world of reality television. Recently, she found herself in the spotlight once again, not for her own personal struggles, but for a comment that left many viewers scratching their heads. Her remark about having empathy for Shannon Beador, another RHOC star, in the wake of Beador's DUI arrest caused a ripple of controversy, sparking reactions both from fans and former co-stars alike. The comment, which was made in the wake of Shannon Beador's recent troubles, felt misplaced to many who remembered the stormy relationship between Alexis and Shannon. It wasn't long before the internet lit up with responses, many of them echoing the same sentiment. What about me? Alex's remark might have come from a genuine place of compassion, but it was overshadowed by the past tension between the two and by the fallout that Alexis herself had endured during her time on the show. For context, Alexis Bellino was often at the center of confrontations during her tenure on RHOC, and Shannon Beador, known for her no-nonsense approach and blunt personality, wasn't one to shy away from voicing her opinion about Alexis. In fact, Shannon was openly critical of Alexis's lifestyle and choices, which made the latter's recent statement of empathy for Shannon seem somewhat ironic. Fans were quick to point out that during her own difficult times, Alexis didn't receive the same level of understanding from Shannon. This feeling of hypocrisy is what spurred so much backlash against Alexis's statement. Many took to social media to voice their frustration, with one fan stating, "Alexis Bellino has the audacity to talk about empathy. What about all the times she was torn apart by Shannon? Where was the empathy then?" Another viewer echoed the sentiment, writing, "It's easy to say you feel empathy when you're not the one being dragged through the mud. Alexis was treated terribly by Shannon, and now we're supposed to believe she feels bad for her." The history between Alexis and Shannon has always been tumultuous, with their clashing personalities fueling much of the drama during their overlapping seasons on RHOC. Alexis, who came across as more conservative and traditional, often found herself at odds with the more outspoken and critical Shannon. Their disagreements were often intense, with Shannon frequently making cutting remarks about Alexis's behavior, lifestyle, and even her marriage. At the time, Alexis tried to stand her ground, but it was clear that the constant attacks took a toll on her emotionally. In the reunion shows, viewers saw a more vulnerable side to Alexis as she tearfully spoke about the impact the show had on her personal life and mental health. It was a moment that many fans remember vividly, especially now that Alexis has spoken out about Shannon's troubles. But here's where the controversy thickens. Many of Alexis's supporters believe she's owed an apology from Shannon. They argue that while Alexis's comment about empathy may have been intended to show growth or maturity, it reopened old wounds for both Alexis and those who followed her journey. Some fans feel that the empathy Alexis expressed could be perceived as patronizing, especially considering that she never received the same compassion from Shannon during her own struggles. The comment also brings into question the nature of reality television relationships. While these shows are often edited for maximum drama and conflict, the emotional scars they leave on their participants are very real. Alexis has been vocal in the past about how RHOC affected her life, and it's possible that her remark about Shannon was an attempt to show that she has moved on and grown from the experience. However, in doing so, she inadvertently reminded people of the lack of empathy she was afforded by Shannon and others during her time on the show. As one fan put it, "It's great that Alexis wants to be the bigger person, but maybe she should have taken a moment to reflect on her own experiences before making such a statement." Empathy goes both ways. The fallout from Alexis's comment has also reignited discussions about the treatment of women on reality TV. Many of these shows thrive on conflict, pitting women against each other for entertainment, and viewers often forget that these are real people with real feelings. Alexis's experience on the show, where she was frequently belittled and criticized, is a prime example of how damaging these interactions can be. It raises the question: should we as viewers expect these women to continuously forgive and forget the wrongs done to them in the name of personal growth, or are they justified in feeling slighted when empathy seems to only flow in one direction? Shannon Beador's current situation is undeniably difficult, and there's no doubt that she needs support from those around her. But Alexis' remark, whether well-intentioned or not, has opened a conversation about the dynamics of empathy, forgiveness, and accountability, not just among these reality stars, but in the broader context of human relationships. As the debate continues, it's clear that Alexis Bellino's words struck a chord with many. Some may see her as a bigger person for expressing empathy, while others feel she's reopening old wounds that were never properly healed. The question of "what about me?" resonates deeply, not just for Alexis, but for anyone who's ever felt overlooked or mistreated by someone who later asks for understanding. In the end, perhaps this situation serves as a reminder that empathy is a two-way street. True compassion isn't just about offering support in times of need. It's also about acknowledging the pain we've caused others and making amends. Whether Alexis and Shannon will ever have that conversation remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the drama is far from over.